Y'all, the situation with Diddy just got even more intense. Jaguar Wright is now saying that Diddy allegedly kidnapped the prosecution's main witness. Things have taken a serious turn. Just a few days ago, prosecutors shocked everyone by revealing that their top witness had suddenly vanished. No one, not even her lawyers, has been able to reach her. At first, people assumed she had just disappeared on her own, but Jaguar Wright is claiming this has Diddy written all over it. She's suggesting that he somehow got to the witness. And with everything that's already out there about Diddy, it's not exactly hard to believe. Jaguar isn't just making claims either. She says she has proof, and from the looks of it, she might be one of the people who helps take Diddy down. So, who is this witness? And how did Diddy supposedly get to her before federal agents could protect her? Everyone already expected Diddy's trial to be chaotic, but nobody thought it would spiral this fast. Right from day one, the case has been messy. The jury was presented with names of celebrities like Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Michelle Williams, from Destiny's Child, actors Mike Myers and Lauren London, and Don Richard, a former Bad Boy Records artist. Even Michael B. Jordan's name came up during jury selection. This was reportedly because he might be mentioned during the trial, which is set to last 8 weeks. Rolling Stone shared that Michael B. Jordan spent time with Cassie in 2015. Cassie included this in her 2023 lawsuit against Diddy. During a break in her relationship with him, she got close to Jordan. When Diddy found out, he allegedly threatened the actor. That alone seemed like a huge bombshell. Until the news about the missing witness came out. Reports say one of the 4 key witnesses for the prosecution might not show up. This witness, known as Victim 3 in court documents, had agreed just weeks ago to testify in the criminal trial. If Diddy is found guilty, he could face life in prison. She was expected to describe in detail how Diddy allegedly mistreated her. Now that she's missing, the prosecution's case is hanging by a thread. Without her, their argument loses a lot of power, and it might give Diddy's team a chance to delay or even dismiss the case for now. The hearing was set for 8:30 a.m. Eastern, with Judge Arun Subramanian, and part of that was to address the situation with Victim 3. Law enforcement sources say she might have gone into hiding out of fear, but they haven't given much detail. Jaguar Wright, on the other hand, is saying that Diddy's people allegedly kidnapped her to keep her from taking the stand. What's really suspicious is that she vanished just days after agreeing to testify under her real name. Until then, her identity was known only to the investigators. But the moment her name came out, she disappeared. That timing feels off, and many believe something shady is going on. Now fans are guessing who this witness could be. Some believe it might be Gina Huyn, one of Diddy's exes. Gina hasn't posted anything on Instagram in a while, which adds to the speculation. And we already know things between her and Diddy were rocky. In an interview with Tasha K, Gina shared that Diddy treated her terribly. She even said she got pregnant by him twice, and both times he pressured her to end it, but it doesn't stop there. Gina also hinted that Young Miami might be involved in all this too. People have been pointing out strange behavior from Miami on social media, which only fuels the rumors.
Wow. Okay. Now, when we spoke the other night, you said that things had gotten so serious that you became pregnant. Not once, but twice, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When was the first time you became pregnant with Diddy's child?
The first time was October 2014.
Okay. So this was like, what, a year after?
No, not a year, but because I met him in February and then I got pregnant in October.
Oh, so the same year.
The same year.
Okay. And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
I told him, and he was like, you're gonna get an abortion, right? And then I was like, I don't know. I don't know yet. And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him, and I was like trying to prove that I wasn't the girl that
was
wanted him for money.
Okay.
I just care about him, and I just wanted him to be nice to me. That's it. I was like, I don't want your money. I just want you to be nice to me.
Whether you decide to keep the baby or not.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be fair to say that he was an asshole about it? I mean, offering somebody $50,000 to abort a baby, whew, he must really want it gone bad.
I mean, in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, the first 3-4 months, he was really nice. But then after that, he started being an asshole. So like I say, like the first 3.5 years, he was like mean to me.
So when you say mean, describe it.
He was like always belittling me and always like he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me.
Diddy. It's not the first time we've heard that. There was an incident, of course, with Cassie, where reporters are saying that the police were called because they got into an altercation. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me some of the things that he would say to you.
He would always compare me to Cassie and tell me that I'm the bad one and she's the good one.
And he was with both of you guys at the same time.
Yeah.
Remember when Gina posted that photo of Dee kissing her on the cheek? That moment caused a stir, especially with Miami. She didn't take it well and went straight to Twitter, accusing Gina of clout chasing. Miami wrote something like, "Someone give this girl some attention." Gina clapped back on her Instagram story, saying if anyone was desperate for attention, it was Miami. She added some harsh words, making it clear she wasn't backing down. Miami then accused Gina of using her for fame. She tweeted that she was the attention and told Gina to calm down, calling her desperate. Miami said Gina had been hanging around for years, just waiting for a moment like this. She mocked Gina's lifestyle, calling out her home decor and implying that despite being with a billionaire, Gina still wasn't getting the lifestyle she wanted. Gina fired back sarcastically, asking Miami why she was acting so angry, saying she thought Miami was supposed to be a city girl. Miami responded by saying, "I am, that's why I'm sleeping with your man. I'm not letting go, no matter how many pictures you post. Take the hint." Gina also implied that Miami would tell them what to do whenever they were around each other. There's been a lot of talk and signs pointing to that for a while now. At one point, Miami even threatened Gina with a so-called freak-off, saying that if she had really wanted it, Diddy would have made Gina do things for her. Miami called her names, brought up how Gina's been sad and trying for a baby for a decade, and accused her of being used by Diddy whenever he felt like it. She even mocked Gina for crying during an interview with Tasha K, saying she sounded pitiful. What's wild is that all of this drama might actually tie into something much bigger. There's a theory that Gina could be victim 3 in the federal case against Diddy. That matches some of what the authorities said in the updated indictment they filed last year. In that legal filing, they accused Sean Combs of ongoing mistreatment of women and others around him. According to the feds, this wasn't just emotional or verbal. It also got physical. They said Combs would pressure and manipulate women into being part of planned, often recorded sexual situations. Some of these events involved other men and were labeled freak-offs. The indictment said he used his influence, career control, and money to get women to go along with these things. If they didn't cooperate, he would threaten to take away support or intimidate them in other ways. The new charges also claimed that Combs and his inner circle used his fame to bring women into his world, pretending it was about romance. But once they were involved, he allegedly used threats, force, and pressure to make them take part in sex acts. In return, they'd be offered money, career chances, or even help with rent or housing. These events reportedly sometimes included male sex workers as well and were carefully planned and recorded. And while the government didn't name Gina directly, the timing and details have made people think she could be one of the women mentioned. There are also reports that Diddy allegedly made women sleep with men at his parties for money. And based on what the feds are saying, these women didn't always agree to participate. They were pressured. The plan, they believe, was to make it seem like it was all voluntary, so Diddy could claim he wasn't responsible if anyone ever came forward. The feds explained that from around 2009 to 2018, in New York and possibly other places, Diddy was involved in recruiting and moving women across state lines for these commercial sex acts. They claim he did this knowingly and was either personally involved or had people working on his behalf to make it happen. The women were allegedly pushed into it through lies, force, or manipulation. Now, none of these women apparently wanted to be part of it. That's important. Even if they were paid, the government says that doesn't change the fact that they were coerced. It mirrors things that Cassie said when she came forward, how Diddy supposedly made her do things she didn't want to do. The authorities also said that even after Cassie exposed him in 2023, he didn't stop. According to them, he kept doing the same thing until he got raided and arrested. They pointed out that from 2021 to 2024, Combs still arranged these situations and forced people to take part, even though they were resisting. This includes what they describe as victim 2, another unnamed woman who was allegedly coerced in a similar way. So while the public was watching everything unravel, Diddy was still, according to the feds, setting up these events behind closed doors. He allegedly used the same methods, pressure, fear, and promises of money or career help, to make women go along with it. On top of that, the federal government is trying to take away Diddy's assets. They say the money and property he gained through this alleged criminal activity should be forfeited. Since most of his wealth is tied to Bad Boy Records and related companies, this could seriously damage his finances. The indictment says any assets connected to the supposed crimes, even indirectly, could be taken. They even specified that this includes anything from investments, company shares, or property that gave him control over the business. In short, the government wants everything they believe was linked to these acts: money, property, and business interests gone. They added that this includes personal property that was either used to commit these crimes or gained as a result. That means cars, homes, or anything purchased with money tied to these alleged activities could be taken too. Despite all this, Diddy's legal team responded by denying everything. They claimed these were not new accusations and that the women involved were his longtime partners in what they described as consensual relationships. According to them, these were personal matters between adults and not crimes. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. We'll keep uncovering the truth behind the headlines. Stay alert, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and keep your eyes open.